Hey guys! So today I'm going to do a short video on where to buy lingerie making supplies and the different supplies that you're going to need. So the most difficult thing to find when you're making lingerie is going to be all of your different types of elastic. There are a few different places that I like to shop for elastic, and the first place is brawmakersupply.com. They're based out of Hamilton, Ontario, which for me, living a couple hours north of Toronto, is really convenient for me because their shipping is really fast and they have absolutely everything you're going to need, from fabrics and linings and all of the elastics and findings that you're going to need. So I really recommend checking them out. They also have everything in a good variety of colors, so you can really match up with your fabrics. So Sassy in the States, they are really good if you are in the US and you're looking to shop within your own country. They have everything as well. And they often also get in a lot of different types of decorative elastic, so I often shop there as well. And another place that I would recommend checking out would be TaylorMade Shop. She has a lot of kits, so it's your fabric and all of your findings, enough to make a bra or a panty or a set. So she's put them all together for you already. As well, you can also buy individual findings there as well. If you just do a quick Google search, honestly, you're going to find lots of different places that specialize in bra making supplies. In addition to those websites, I know I personally have a few places that are local to me. So living in Canada, I have Fabricland stores, and I'm always surprised to see the different fabrics that they get in their ends bins. You can sometimes get some really beautiful stretch velvets and stretch laces and jersey ends. And their clearance section is always really fabulous. And they also, I'm always surprised to see that they actually have a small selection of lingerie elastics as well. The other place that's close to me is a place called Lens Mills, and it's actually an outlet store as well as a craft and fabric store. And people were telling me that I had to go shopping there, and I was really skeptical, and my jaw dropped when I saw the amount of fabric they have there. And I was also really surprised that they have a whole little aisle of stretch laces and different elastics and strapping and band elastic and all of those things. So if you are near a Lens Mills store, I go to the one in Barrie. It is a really great resource. The other thing that you might want to try if you're brand new to lingerie making and you don't want to spend very much money, why not take apart an old bra? Spend an hour and pick some stitches, and you can just take apart some of the pieces and reuse them and see if it is something that you like. So those are my tips on where to find bra making supplies. If you have any other places that you love to shop, please feel free to leave me a comment. Thanks! So I just went over the different places where you can pick up some bra making supplies. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the basic findings that you're going to need, and specifically the elastic that you're going to need to make most lingerie. The first thing I'm going to talk about is band elastic. So this is the elastic that goes along the lower edge of your bra, but you can also use this for waistlines of panties or garter belts. It has a lot of different applications, and it comes in a lot of different widths, anywhere from 3/8, I think 3/8 to 1/2 inch, which is what I tend to use most of the time, 3/4 and 1 inch. So you can get this in a lot of different sizes. It has a soft plush side, and that's the side that goes against your skin. It's got just a regular side. That's the side that gets turned towards the inside of the garment. And normally, but not always, it'll have kind of a decorative edge, and that's the edge that just kind of peeks out from your fabric. You'll need, for a bra or for garter belts, if you're making your own straps, you're going to need some kind of strap elastic, and it is a much firmer elastic. You can see compared to the band elastic that I like to use, which is quite stretchy and resilient, this has a lot less stretch. It still has some stretch, but not nearly as much as the band elastic. The elastic that I use has a satin side and a plush side. But you can get strap elastic in a lot of different finishes. Some of them are completely matte, or shiny. You can get some with like decorative features on them and different weaves, but this is what I like to use. Strap elastic also comes in a lot of different widths. I tend to use 1/2 inch elastic on most of my bras, but you can get it in really narrow, like 3/8 inch, or really wide, you can get it 3/4 of an inch. I tend to I find this width is nice, though I also sometimes use a 5/8 inch as well. For waistline or leg line of panties, as well as around the neckline of bras, I usually use fold over elastic, and it normally has a shiny side and a matte side. I tend to use the shiny side most often, but you can use the matte side as well. I do that sometimes for just a different look. So I've used it here on these panties around the waistline. It's super stretchy and it gets applied just like a binding. So it gets folded along this fold line, and it comes in a million different colors. If you just go on to Etsy or eBay or just Google fold over elastic, you're going to find a ton of different sources to buy this in pretty much any color imaginable. So this is what I like to use along necklines, not this one, but any bra that's cut out of like jersey or that kind of fabric, I would use it along the neckline, as well as the waist and sometimes the leg line of panties. Another option is to do a decorative elastic like this. So it's just a regular knitted elastic, but it also has this decorative edge. So sometimes it's got a small loop. This one has kind of a fancy scalloped lace, and it's nice and stretchy. And it's great for necklines as well. So when it gets applied, just the little lacy edge sticks out around above the top. And it's also great for panty finishes as well. So it also comes in different widths. This one's about a 3/8 inch. I find that that's kind of standard, but you can get different sizes as well. And the last type of elastic I'm going to talk about is just regular knitted elastic, and it comes in a variety of widths, and you can get it in a variety of colors, but I usually just keep black and white on hand. And it is great for around like a lace bra if you want to just put some elastic to stabilize the neckline. It's great for just on the inside, or to stabilize the leg line of a pair of panties. So in my Claudia Sew Along, this is the kind of elastic that I used around the leg line. So it's just regular elastic, and you can pick that up at pretty much any craft store or fabric store. You just want to make sure it's soft. Sometimes you can get some that are kind of scratchy. Just find one that's kind of nice and soft. So those are the basic elastics that you'll need. Other than that, you'll usually need some kind of hook and eye closure, rings and sliders for making your bra straps, and your fabric. Like I said before, those 3 shops that I mentioned, TaylorMade Supply, Bra Maker Supply, So Sassy, and Lace Heaven, that's a 4th one. Those are great places to find stretch laces as well. But again, Google is your friend. If you just type in stretch scalloped lace by the yard, you're going to find so many sources. I mentioned in a previous video that I did that I don't tend to give the exact source where I purchase my fabrics, just because I do also sell garments, and I've had problems in the past with people basically recreating my garments and then selling them. So I don't like to give the exact source where I get all of my fabrics, though it's not really a huge secret. I'm sure if you did some searching you can find it. But I don't. So if you are asking where I get a specific fabric, I normally don't give that information, but I'm hoping that you'll find with the sources that I gave you today, you're going to find a lot of different laces and findings and trims that you can make your own beautiful lingerie sets.